Hello everybody, this is Purge, bringing you guys a Purge cast of pub. I don't know what number we're on, and as you can see, in some different surroundings. This is my parents' home in Wisconsin. I'm here for a week, and that's why I haven't been uploading videos for a couple days. So I hope that you guys are understanding of that. I figured, damn it, I want a vacation, and it has been about 3 or 4 days. I haven't done anything since Friday, and now it's like Tuesday, so it's like 3 days off, which is pretty good. Spent a lot of time with the family and stuff. It's been great. So the webcam is very wide. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm on a laptop, so I literally can't even alt-tab. Like, literally, if I go, bam, you can see XSplit. It's still working, which is good, so we'll go back to this. Anyways, I'm going to try streaming it just a little bit here. I'll probably upload this video before I get the stream started, but should be fun. I'm into a pub game. This was submitted by a fan, I believe. I had to look through... I hesitate to even say this in a recording, because I get a lot of emails for casting pubs. I get probably 10 emails for every Purge casted pub I cover, at least 10. And even if the descriptions are really good, I looked at one, I was like, this description is really good. It looks like the game's gonna be awesome. And then I like open up the game, and I look at the final score, and it's like completely one-sided. And it's like, how was this game good? It's like a 50-minute one-sided stomp, and they expected me to cast. You know, it seemed very weird. Yeah, if you guys want to submit your replays, you can, but there's an extremely low chance of me actually watching it. And if you guys want me to actually read your message, it's probably the worst message to send for that. I hope the frames are okay. I really don't know if they're going to be. I don't think I've ran Dota while recording with XSplit on this computer. I know the computer's very nice, but I don't know, we'll see how things turn out. And of course, things like the mini-map are a little bit different because I didn't copy those files over from my desktop. So let's go over the players quick. I should reduce my scroll speed though. Sorry about that. This is all going to be kind of sluggish because I'm on a different setup, but we're going to put this all the way down just for now. And that should be better for observing. There we go. And I'm even going to go to the arrow keys. Okay, cool. This should be a lot better. So let's go over the players really quick while we're watching. Looks like we have a Centaur being played by Gromus. We've got Vlad Kadani playing Puck. Poison Heart on the Enchantress. Spirit Breaker. Set Don't Be Shy is playing Clinks. Isn't that somebody's voice line? Isn't that like Pucks or something? I don't remember. For the Dire team, we have another weird name, TBAPB, playing Kunkka. We've got Copt playing Huskar. O-Junk is playing Lone Druid. We've got Deadpool and 2B is playing Jakiro, and the last player is going to be Vanilla playing the Last Strike. Did I cover everybody? It sounds different.
The battle begins.
Let's check out some items, see how things are going for them. I don't know what the skill level of this game is, by the way. I have no idea, because it was a submitted match replay, so I didn't search in a certain bracket. So, and regardless, those aren't super specific anyway. So, Kunkka is at the top rune. He's going to grab a haste. Looks like he randomed. If he did random, Boots is pretty good to have. He doesn't really have a whole lot of regen, though, so this could cause him some problems in lane. We have a Spirit Breaker rushing Urn. This is a pretty terrible item build. Sage's Mask early on is not going to do shit, because Sage's Mask is a percentage-based mana regen item. His int is very, very low at 14. We won't actually see what his mana regen is for a bit, but increasing it by 50% is probably something. His mana regen was probably a little bit less than 1, and he's getting a max of, like, I don't know, 0.5 out of this per second. For a 325 gold item at the start of the game, it's absolutely not worth it. Don't do that. Clinks over here, looks like he also randoms going for a faster ring of Aquila. I think this build is fine. I do this sometimes when I random. You get a lot of bonus damage here. Their dual lane is obviously terrible, Spirit Breaker and Clinks. They should outlane this Kunkka though. He's only got 3 tangos. They should easily be able to shut him down. So if Clinks is smart, he will be harassing Kunkka whenever possible. Spirit Breaker will be doing the same, but it looks like they're playing a little too passive here, and they may just kind of get out harassed based on them being scared of Kunkka, when in reality yeah, this is perfect. Just harass the guy out. This Kunkka, once he runs out of tangos, he's going to have a terrible time in lane. Even with Spirit Breaker having not efficient starting items, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. And Spirit Breaker, by the way, should probably have either Charge of Darkness. Maybe Empowering Haste is okay at level 1, but it does give them pretty decent movement speed to start things off. But maybe could be... I kind of like Charge myself. This is a huge creep wave, though. They should just wait for this to push in, and once they get all the EXP, then they should try to kill the Kunkka. They'll pick up probably level 2 with that. So let's go over some other lanes. Puck on the mid lane has a Gauntlet, 2 Clarity Potions, 1 set of Tango, and a Salve. This is okay. I wish he would have started with maybe a little bit more last hitting power. On the bright side, actually, now the Huskar is at half HP. He does way more damage than anybody else, so I guess, hypothetically, last hitting against him is not really going to be likely. He's got a phase shift for just a second, but now the creeps hitting damage on Huskar, it's not very good. And by the way, going for a mid-roll and not getting a Salve and a Tango, I think is a big mistake. I personally hate using Tangos on the mid lane because whenever you have to use them, you usually have to leave that middle lane where the creeps are and going all the way back here to use Tangos. Especially when you're on the Dire side, you're a little bit farther away from trees than the Radiant would be. So I love to have at least one salve and one tango. Now, granted, he doesn't want to fully heal with his salve, but I don't know. I still think grabbing a salve and a tango is more cost efficient and should be gotten. Let's see. Oh, nice. All these are set and saved. Let's go over the dire team quick. See if Jakiro's gonna die. Oh god, terrible skill build. Starting item build's okay. You should have supports. They do have a courier, so somebody bought a courier apparently, but a lot of HP for Jakiro. Never get liquid fire level 2 though. That's simply not worth it. Get dual breath and ice path first. We have an enchantress Genki now. She is level 2 coming in. It's going to be on a Leshrac. Luckily, she does have a wild gun here to tank a lot of this damage, and she's going to need a stun. I don't think. Oh, is he stained? Is he really stained? Okay, he's going to live. I was going to say that would have been crazy. What are his items? He had a gauntlet and some other stuff. He's up to 700 gold now. I don't really know what his starting item build was. Sorry, I missed that one, but we'll see. Oh, an urn on Enchantress as well. Enchantress, by the way. This is an all-random game because everybody had a lot of money. No, except for Spiritbreaker's already got an urn, so this is already not cost-efficient. Though, Enchantress is arguably a more common urn hero. Spiritbreaker's also not bad with it, so I wouldn't say this is a terrible thing for either team, other than the fact, yeah, look at this. Look at his mana regen, by the way. He's at 1.0. That means he's getting, like, 0.25, a little bit more than that. Half would be that. Less than that. It's something like 0.3 mana regen per second. He should have attacked move there and he would have gotten a kill, by the way. But he didn't. And no boots on him. It's giving him very, very little mana regen. So they're going to have 2 urns, which will be a slight waste of money, assuming that they team fight in the same area. So that'll be unfortunate. Lots of gauntlets this game, which is generally pretty good. Looks like Centaur is going for a really fast Tranquil Boots, I'm guessing. Most likely, that's what it looks like. Tranquil Boots and a Stout Shield. Tranquil Boots are really good on Centaur, in my opinion. I do like the 1 return level because they do have a range advantage over him. And maxing out Hoof Stomp first is, I don't know if that's necessarily the right choice. It scales okay. Double Edge gets much better as a skill, though. But when you're worried about getting out harassed, it may be better to just put all your points in Hoof Stomp. But then the other downside to this is that Hoof Stomp actually scales mana cost by quite a bit between level 1 and level 4. So if you really want to, you can honestly keep Hoof Stomp at level 1. You'll be missing 0.75 seconds of disable, but not the end of the world by any means. The Poison Heart here might be in trouble. Blue Breath is rolling. Yeah, this looks like a dead hero. She should have popped her heal a long time ago. She will be the first blood. Yeah, just barely. Clinks kills Kunk on the top lane, and they are going to be winning that, which is good. So Kunk is level 4, and these 2 heroes are also level 4. He's grabbed an Aquila. He's turned off the aura. He should turn the aura on now because they want to push the tower. And with the urn on Spiritbreaker, he should be able to heal up here. So, there's a glyph. Did he turn back on? He did not yet, but he should. This gives 2 armor to all of his creeps. It's like Huskar's rushing a Morbid Mask. He has 14 last hits compared to Puck's 9. I would say that maybe grabbing Treads first is definitely by far more advantageous, unless you plan to jungle or early Roshan or something weird like that. I don't think you can early Roshan with just a Morbid Mask on this hero, by the way, but it's a possibility. Grabbing Inner Vitality is okay. Some people really like to just go stats with Berserker's Blood. I personally really like Burning Spears, but it just doesn't. I think you honestly need a Morbid Mask on this hero, and every time I go Burning Spears, I just die too much. It's not ever really that cost efficient. So some people like to get just 1 Burning Spears, but it is kind of expensive level 1. It doubles effectiveness at level 2, so I always find it so hard not to grab multiple levels of this skill, because honestly the damage output is really good, but you're just still so squishy. So I don't know what the solution to that is. Getting free from grabbing a fast BKB and winning fights, but even then you don't scale, and it's just kind of weird problems. Centaur's at level 5 now. Leshrac at 5. Jakiro's at 5. If they're denying creeps, that's very good. Oh, God. Leshrac got a Perseverance first, which is not really that worth it because this is a extremely expensive item. 1750 just for this HP and mana regen. And once again, percentage-based mana regen item means that his mana regen over time is okay, but it's really not that fantastic. It's not worth it to grab a Perseverance this early. Always grab Boots first. He could have Arcane Boots, and then he could have probably more, I don't know the exact mana output rate of Arcane Boots unless we do some math really quick here. Let's just do some really quick math. The cooldown is 55, it gives you 135, so you're getting approximately 2 mana per second. That's really rough estimate. Approximately 2 mana per second. This Jakiro's gonna die obviously. 2 mana a second with Arcane Boots. That's to yourself and allies. That means in the early game, 2 mana per second to yourself and your allies. That's way more cost efficient than a Perseverance, basically, for mana. And that would be mana for Jakiro and mana for Leshrac. So Arcane Boots early on, much better. And if he's going Bloodstone, then definitely is going to be the case. I mean, he could have Arcane Boots with his 1750 gold. Might see Leshrac get caught. Here's the slow. Oh no, sorry, this is apparently pre-patched, so I don't know how old this email is, but we'll see Leshrac go down. That was with Stampede still stunning. So they get a kill on Leshrac. He could have had Arcane Boots there, maybe had a better chance to escape. Stuff like that. Don't buy a Perseverance this fast. Yeah, sure, he wouldn't have had the HP regen, but he's up against like a melee hero, wasn't he? Yeah, it was a Centaur. didn't really have that much worry about dying or anything like that. Huskar eating more tangos. Does he have his items coming? It's going to be a Morbid Mask and a Boots of Speed. So now he has movement speed. He has good damage. I don't know if he can, I don't think he can kill the Centaur, to be honest, because even the return damage alone is going to hurt him quite a bit. Not quite a bit. What is this? 16 plus 26%. So we're looking at like 25 damage reflected every time he auto attacks. Is that physical? It is physical. So that gets returned back onto him. Check out the other lanes, see how they're doing. These guys still haven't left the lanes, 7.5 minutes. I mean, their lanes are so shitty that it's understandable that things will be weird, but they're just fighting over last hits. Clinkz grabbed a Belt of Giant Strength before his ulti. I'm sorry, before Boots, which I think was a mistake. But he can get Boots now. Please God, get Boots now. Thank God. Alright, he has Boots. He hit level 6. He should be skilling his ulti, going into the jungle. Snagging an Ursa, and then maybe trying to get some kills. We have a jungling Lone Druid, which I apparently have just avoided the entire game so far. Don't do this. Jungling Lone Druid is a pretty shit lane. Let's look at his skill build. First of all, he has 2 levels of Rabbit. I think this is a mistake, especially because he's not using it. Synergy increases your bear's damage by 10 at every level, so if you really do play in a jungle, grabbing Synergy is going to be the way to go. Actually, you might see Clinkz go down now unless he goes invisible. He does go invis. Looks like Ojunk's starting items, by the way, were an Orb of Venom and a Gloves of Haste for both himself and his bears. This does increase their output by a bit. He's got a Stout Shield and a Ring of Protection, so his bear's relatively tanky, but I'm sure grabbing Synergy would have helped a lot more, to be honest. Increasing his damage by 20 rather than putting skill points into Rabbit and never using them. Like, especially because Rabbit only lasts for 10 seconds without Synergy levels, so it's just not worth it at all. Like, most times we see Rabbit picked up, it's, oh yeah, it lasts a really long time, but it doesn't last at all if you don't have synergy levels, so do not go this skill build. And to make matters worse, I mean, ignoring all of the other hypothetical mistakes he's made by his skill build, he's only hitting level 6 right now. The solo Kunkka, who's died once, is level 7. This Huskar is level 8. It should just be very obvious that a jungling Lone Druid is not very effective in the jungle. He's probably going for a double hand of Midas Rush, I'm guessing. He's going to use Rabbit here for a very, very short 10-second burst to attack speed, but here's his resummon. Now he's almost out of mana anyway, so yeah, don't max out Rabbit first. I hope this guy gets synergy. I'm going to be really disappointed in him if he doesn't. And to keep matters worse, of course, if he does grab True Form is heavily boosted by synergy as well. So always grab synergy with Bear when you're doing your skill builds for Lone Druid. I've seen maybe some builds where you can do a mix of 2. I don't think that would be the end of the world if you grabbed like 2 synergies and 2 Rabbits, because that would increase your Rabbit duration by 20 seconds. So you could do something like that. He actually grabs Treads first, which I think might be a mistake. If you're jungling, you might as well get a hand of Midas, in my opinion. Assuming your opponents aren't ganking. If you're in a low-level skill game like this, then and you actually want to catch up and contribute. Like, he's going to be behind the whole game because he's going for these items that essentially don't really do that much for the guy. He should be on agility Treads as well because he's not taking damage. And Spiritbreaker's going to start his charge in front of creeps. They did spot him here, so he's going all the way to the bot lane. Wow, Puck using a beast ulti here. Huskar should have just attacked. He didn't do that at all here. We're going to see Enchantress get a kill there, and a couple more hits. Can he get one more? I think Clinkz can catch up to this. Maybe he's got 2 levels of Skeleton Walk. Oh yeah, there's a kill. It's a nice little play there by the Radiant team. Spiritbreaker shows up after charging the entire map. Once again, another early Morbid Mask pickup. Not a huge fan of this. I think Treads first is definitely the way to go. His HP, as you can see, is really not that high. I'm not a huge fan of his skill build either, by the way. 3 levels of Empowering Haste I think is a big waste. Now, keep in mind Greater Bash does more damage based on your movement speed. See, it says movement speed as damage. That means by having more Empowering Haste movement speed, you do more bash damage. But look at the scaling. The bash scales from 10% to 40%. That is definitely going to give you more damage than what Empowering Haste would. Because think of it this way. Let me just do some really quick math so you guys understand this. The Empowering Haste movement speed bonus is like 4% per level. A 4% bonus on whatever his base movement speed is, probably like 300, something like that. 4% of 300 is 4, 8, 12. He's getting 12 movement speed per level of Empowering Haste. That means that with every level, his Greater Bash is doing an extra 1.2 damage with level 1 Greater Bash. Not worth it at all to max out Empowering Haste first. It gives your team more movement speed. That's awesome and all, but you have no damage essentially. You do no damage with Charge of Darkness. You literally just do damage with right clicks, and the damage from Spiritbreaker is now completely in his Greater Bash. Please max his skill out first. You want the stun duration to go up. You want the movement speed as damage to go up, and that's what you get out of it. The stun duration and movement speed is damage. You just pray for bashes now in this hero. So we'll see if he can do anything against Kunkka. Here's the charge coming in. There's one hit. 2 hits. 1 stun from Centaur, and they will get the kill. Spearbreaker actually picked that one up. But, I mean, he's got the disable, but you guys saw his damage output. Even when he bashes, it probably does very little. 10% of his movement speed is damage. He's literally bashing for 40 damage right now, which is not, it's not enough. If this was 40%, he'd be bashing for 160 damage. 160 damage. That is, of course, a little high because Empowering Haste is boosting up his movement speed, but please, max out bash first. I definitely think that's the build to go. Get 1 Empowering Haste early. I think that's worth it. Go like stun, Empowering Haste, max bash, and then maybe max Charge of Darkness first, or go equal levelings. I think Charge of Darkness max first is probably the way to go, though. And don't grab a Morbid Mask this early. Yeah, I'm sure you want a Mask of Madness. The attack speed and movement speed gives you is great and all, but Treads is much more reliable and much more safe. I think Mask of Madness Rush is not effective. He's trying to grab his Treads here, but he doesn't realize that he's going to have to use his courier to snag them, so... Let's check out some other item builds. Another urn picked up from Jakiro. This is not bad, actually. Any support hero that's an int hero is going to be nice to have an urn on, honestly, especially int heroes. And, of course, the reason I say that is, once again, because it gives... and we're going to see Huskar get killed again. I think, yeah, there's a stun and a couple right clicks. Pretty good ganking. And look at that Greater Bash. Do you see how crappy that Nether Strike damage was? That was absolute shit damage. It doesn't guarantee Greater Bash. And, of course, he's just now putting skill points into it. But, I mean, he just doubled the damage of his Greater Bash, for God's sake. Ugh, God, skill build is really showing. He's still getting kills because he's doing nice ganks, but... Anyways, int heroes with urns. Once again, percentage-based mana regen items are based on your intelligence, so int heroes usually have good int gain, and therefore, urn on int heroes is very, very good. His skill build is great. I like this. 3 levels Ice Path for Dual Breath. I think Dual Breath is now a better skill to max out first than Ice Path, personally. I guess arguably before, this would mean that Ice Path is now better to level up than it was in the past, because before you would get that 100 damage at level 1, but I really think Dual Breath is still a very, very good skill. So anyways, Urn's very good. There's the Silence on the Lone Druid. He does not have his bear because he has no mana, because he spent it all casting Rabid. He's trying... Oh my god, he just stampede dodged everybody there. He just lived. Oh my god, his Rabid actually paid off. It legitimately paid off there. His super sick movement speed worked. Puck is escaping. We have a skill shot. No, there's no mana. He could hit the creep. He's going to whiff it, though. It wasn't going to kill him anyway, so no big deal. And Huskar goes for a Bracer with a Gauntlet and a Morbid Mask. So it's a pretty common noob mistake. They say, okay, I have low HP, and I have no regen. I want to buy a Morbid Mask. I mean, Spirit Breaker has done this, as has Huskar. Okay, you spend 900 gold to get 15% lifesteal. We'll do some quick math on this. You're doing about 120 damage. You're literally getting... like 18 HP per right click, and that's really not worth it for 900 gold. For 900 gold, you could have made treads. You could have 30% increased attack speed. 30% increased attack, or 30 increased attack speed is like 30% more damage output. That's way more efficient than the extra lifesteal that you're getting. And even if he does the burn damage, he might kill it. Yeah, he will spear kill. It's just not worth it. It really is not. Did Huskar die? No, where's Huskar at? Oh, he's jungling. He's busy jungling while his allies fight. It's okay. He's here to the rescue. Centaur is going to go down for sure. And now he's going to trade hits, and he had the spears on. Now he's lifestealing. Lifesteal. Look at the lifesteal. It's okay. Oh my god, he does do it. Oh, he does the creeps, though. God, that was looking really close. Look, he had basically 0 HP with max Berserker's Blood, and he wasn't attacking fast at all. If he actually had treads there, he would have just crushed the Spirit Breaker. I mean, yeah, okay, the lifesteal was okay and kept him alive, but it really wasn't that useful. Nice little kill from Leshrac. Here doesn't be a guaranteed kill. Really, that was a very sweet kill. Nice play by Vanilla. Good stun. Still doesn't have any boots, just a Perseverance. Once again, big mistake here. He's got very low HP, and he's completely reliant on this solo item. He could have been giving Arcane Mana to his Jakiro the entire game, so... The bears have more attack speed. Treads on the Spirit Bear, treads on the primary here. He's also got a Gloves of Haste. If he makes a level 8, if he makes a Hand of Midas after this is a complete waste. You do not want to make Midas. Alright, if you make Midas, you want to make it very, very early because it pays off as the game goes on. There's no point to make treads on your bear and make treads on your primary hero if you're just going to make a Midas afterwards. It might be Mjolnir. I'm not really sure what build he's going. He's level 9. Please, God, get synergy. Oh, God, he grabbed True Form. Okay. Alright, it's okay. Another thing to point out, treads is actually not good on your bear. I wouldn't recommend getting these on him anymore. The movement speed has been reduced by the treads, so keep in mind that the bear does not have stats. That means if you give yourself 8 strength to your bear, it does nothing. That 8 strength is completely wasted. You're basically paying way too much gold for a treads. It's not worth it at all. So treads cost 1,400, and you're giving your bear 30 attack speed and 55 movement speed. Now, regular boots, if we check those out, they give you, if I could find them in the shop,
Dire's
50 movement
structures
speed.
are
So it's a difference of
fortified.
5 movement speed between what the bear has on treads and what he has here. Yeah, okay, he's got the attack speed, but you could buy the boots and you could buy 2 gloves of haste, spend literally just about the same amount of money and give him the exact same stats, and then use that gloves of haste for something else later, such as a damage item. So don't make treads on your bear; it's not worth it. I say you go phase or nothing. Just do regular boots. That's pretty much the trade-offs. A lot of pro players sometimes don't even get phase boots on their bear. So the reason for that is usually because... Wow, he actually got the kill. I didn't think he was going to get that. Does he have treads now? He does. So he has treads and a Helm of the Dominator. Now his item build looks good, but he should have gone treads into Helm of the Dominator, in my opinion. Not boots, mask, then treads, helm. That's really weird. I think that could be a lot more efficient. Lone Druid's going to die again here because he's just got regular bear mode. And, what was I saying about the bear? He does grab synergy finally, which is really good. Damn, I lost my train of thought on the bear. I wasn't talking about Rabbit. I was talking about item build. Oh yeah, the reason that pros usually don't even grab phase boots is because in the late game when your Rabbit is at level 4, you're getting 40% movement speed. I'm sorry, 20% movement speed from Rabbit. And does synergy increase it as well? I can't remember. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, bear bonus speed. There it is. So you get 40 movement speed from synergy. You get 20% movement speed bonus from Rabid, and at that point, late game, your bear is actually extremely fast already. I don't think it's quite max, but phase boots is great early on if you want your bear to be really quick, but it's not so good late. So, and some people would look at it as a kind of a waste of 900 gold. Yeah, it does give your bear a lot of damage, and I personally like phase myself, but I don't think it's a requirement. I think if maybe you're trying to do more early game, I think phase is good. If you're just literally farming, then skipping phase is probably the better option. He does have 1400 gold. He hasn't bought a Hand of Midas yet, so who knows? Maybe he's just going straight Maelstrom. I'm not sure, but he's going to go back in the jungle. Keep in mind that as a jungling bear, he literally hasn't had any contribution in this game at all. He's got 1 assist here. I don't remember what that was from, but I mean, he's essentially been not in any fights for 19 minutes, and that's unacceptable for any game that's at all serious, and that's another reason that the Lone Druid jungle sucks. Like, let's compare his hero level right now. Lone Druid is at the bottom. He's been jungling all game. His farm rate hasn't been that good, and he hasn't contributed to the game at all. So let's see fighting here. Little macro prior, little ice path. Nice ice path, actually. That's going to get Spearbreaker killed, and now Copt is going to turn, and yeah, this is going to be an easy kill on the Centaur. Huskar paying off here, 5, 5, and 5. So the GPM, Lone Druid is pretty low. 287 is really not that good. His levels are terrible. Yeah, still at the bottom of the pack, and he has contributed virtually nothing to the game other than what he just did now at 19 minutes in. So this is why Lone Druid jungle is not very good. So that's a little info about the old bear. Huskar now getting some good levels, and he's actually putting stats in. This is okay. The strength and the agility are the best parts. The int doesn't really do a whole lot. Inner vitality is actually just an all-around pretty crappy skill, so won't see Huskar probably make that many plays this game. I don't like the double bracer myself. I think this is a waste because this isn't going to scale into anything good. 525 gold. Now, he doesn't necessarily have to try to carry his team this game. Obviously, there's other carries. I'm just going to mention Tango there. That's going to be dead enchant. There aren't that many enemy carries. It's a Clinks basically with a Spirit Breaker, but regardless, I just think that bracers are not that good. I mean, yeah, it gives you some temporary HP. The int is completely wasted. We already talked about that a second ago. And the int is completely wasted on a bracer for Huskar, so you could definitely say that some of that value is gone forever. Maybe something like a drum would be good, like drum treads Helm of the Dominator, but the same thing goes. You're still getting a lot of intelligence that you absolutely do not need. The only thing you can use that int on is inner vitality. It's not worth it to grab bracers probably. So I'd recommend treads. Helm of the Dominator is fine, and from there you need to get Armlet or BKB. And sometimes I would even say skip the Helm of the Dominator until later. Maybe try to get Armlet first. Maybe not always, but I would say definitely delay it a bit if possible. So take a look at some other stuff. Mask of Madness, BKB for Spirit Breaker, pretty good. He's going to have some issues with probably Huskar. We'll see a fight go down. Because he's going to do range damage out, but he's going to try to kill a nice ulti usage. That was really smart by Centaur. Roll right in, the boat's going to hit, and now we see a stun. Spirit Breaker does have his bash maxed out, thank God, and all he has to do is bash, and he's going to get him. Wow, Huskar, beast mode. Oh, Huskar! Oh, nice job, Huskar. Alright, his item build really paying off now. You can see the damage output. It was really good. Blinks is going to trade for Leshrac and buyback from Centaur now. It's kind of a weird fight. Pretty good item build from Centaur. Tranquil Boots Vanguard with the cloak. I like this in a wand. Very, very good. I like this a lot. Oh my God. There's an invisible Kunkka. He doesn't realize he's going to run for his life. One double edge. That was really dumb. He should have looked for a stun or something. The bear Gets a kill. I guess Centaur is going to try to kill the bear. Ojunk is low. Nice ice path to buy him a second. Bear should be right-clicking Centaur, but he's missed microing, obviously. He does still have a Maelstrom on his primary hero. There's the Urn. Another double edge, and this bear needs to get an entangle, otherwise he dies. Might just... Oh no, he won't die in the tower. He does get an entangle. Go, bear, go. Oh! Oh, that's funny. He killed the bear with a hoof stomp, and it does damage to your primary hero, so Lundred did die from it. That was pretty funny. He was like, yeah, my bear's got this. My bear's got this. Shadowblade Kunkka is good. I like this. I wish he had a wand, maybe, or some kind of regen. Bracer is arguably a waste. A lot of early, low-level players do buy bracers too much. Keep in mind that, yeah, okay, it does make your early game better, but you're spending 525 gold on an item that's essentially going to give you like a 2-level advantage over your opponent. It gives you the stats of about 2 levels, 3 levels, and increases your damage slightly, but it doesn't pay off really hard at all. That's 500 gold closer to a BKB or a Shadowblade or some other item that could swing your fights a lot better. I would really only recommend buying bracers on support heroes generally, unless you're playing like a semi-carry role and you're like, okay, I'm going to turn this into like a really early drum on Juggernaut push with it, something like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend getting a lot of bracers at all. You can get things like Urns instead. I mean, Urn is a lot more expensive. It costs 875, so it's an extra 300 gold, but it gives the same strength as a bracer does, the exact same strength, and it just has massive more utility. So if you guys are ever looking to, if you ever feel like, I want to buy a bracer, just buy an Urn of Shadows, because oftentimes you won't have 4 Urn of Shadows in the same game. It's really useful, honestly. 6 strength, you get the mana regen that's going to help make you more mana independent, and of course the Urn charges are always very, very good. In a lot of games, even at high levels, you see players that don't even have Urns, so I would say definitely get it. Kunkka's going for a crit after Shadowblade. I think that build is great. It's less good than it used to be. They did nerf this recently, unintentionally. I myself and many other people didn't realize the interaction going on with Kunkka's Shadowblade. It was basically the usage with Bounty Hunter that made people realize that it was super overpowered, actually. Looks like Huskar is going for a BKB next. This is good for his mid game. It's going to be really bad for his late game because his damage is not going to scale at all here because of this. BKB gives you damage, doesn't give you attack speed or really any good carry potential. So while this will make him magic immune and have lifesteal and have a great time in the mid game, like I said, no attack speed or no late game will come from it. 1900 gold now on the bear. He still has a ring of protection on his spear bear, which is honestly, that's fine. I'm honestly okay with this. It's kind of, you could shave money off hypothetically, but 175 gold for 2 armor on a bear that has this much HP is so efficient. Anything that has this much HP, you want to buy at armor items because that extra armor is going to give approximately, every point of armor is about 6% estimated hit points against physical damage. So it means this 175 gold gives the Spirit Bear approximately, what, 10% more HP, which is 270. He's basically buying himself a vitality booster for 175 gold. Super efficient if it's physical damage. BKB actually used from Spirit Breaker. I think they killed Flashback for that one, and now they're fighting. His attack speed is pretty crappy. There's a Hand of Midas used, I'm sorry, the Mask of Madness, and actually winning the fight pretty well now. Good for them. Spirit Breaker is doing quite well, honestly. I think the Mask of Madness was actually a really good choice this game. The Dire team doesn't have that much magic nukes. Well, they kind of do, honestly, but he's got the BKB finish, so honestly, his item build, I think this is perfect. This is a perfect Spirit Breaker item build. I don't like Spirit Breaker as a hero much, but if you're not worried about hard carrying, I think this is a great mid-game item build, especially at low levels. You get the magic immunity so that the stuns don't do insane damage and they don't chain stun you while you're attacking. Mask of Madness gives you a lot of bash opportunities. You are pretty squishy this way, but he does also have a Ring of Aquila Aura, so the extra armor is there. I would like to see him go maybe AC next or Heart, something like that. I think AC may be the better choice. He's actually going to go crit, which is okay. His attack speed could be better, though. He's really relying on Mask of Madness to do damage. And I personally like a more conservative Spirit Breaker build, but I think this is working out for him just great. A little silence on Lashback here. Madorax might go down. Check out some other items. Looks like Aghanims for Enchantress with the Treads Urn. I think this is great. A little bit of chase going on from the Centaur. I don't think he really wants to dive this, to be honest. There's a Son of Vanilla. Get the double edge. I think he will. Yeah, they do get the kill, so nice kill. Unless we see Spirit Breaker use an ulti. BKB again. Mask of Madness has been used on creeps, so, or I'm sorry, on the tower. So wow, he actually does go down there. Mask of Madness really showing how it makes you vulnerable there. That was a splash from Kunkka plus like 1 extra hit. Can the bear get an entangle? That was the question. There's the rabbit chase. Oh man, Bear's not chasing effectively, first of all, and also Huskar is blocking the Lone Druid, who does have max synergy, so finally the rabbit's working out. Please just right-click the hero. Jesus. Right-click. 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 Oh, Jug. There we go. Jeez. Right-click somebody. Man. That's right. Gets on the high ground. Send the Baron. Send the Baron. Super effective ulti from Huskar. Group waves are gonna die now. Blade Mail on Centaur. It's okay. I hope he gets a Blink Dagger now. I think Blink Dagger is crucial on Centaur, most likely.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And Clinks goes to the jungle, snags himself a creep, and will push
Radiant
back down the mid tower.
structures are fortified.
Looks pretty good. Did they change the announcer, right? Like, that sounds different. Sounds like I have an announcer pack, and I know that I don't. Right? Right? It's now a Hyperstone on the Lone Druid. I wish this was actually on his bear. I think that would be much more effective. You want to put the attack speed on your bear, not your primary hero. You want those chances for Entangle. Entangle is where the magic comes from. Actually, wow, Centaur blinks in, does a pretty delayed stun, but can he hit 3 with Double Edge? Double Edge, oh my god. He lost so much chance there. They were all grouped up. He could have just Double Edged like 4 heroes or something and done the damage to all 4. Huskar is going to die. You see Spirit Breaker taking some right clicks as well. So far, kind of okay team fighting. Clinks is taking right clicks, Ojunk changing targets, and Vanilla is... Vanilla? Oh, that's a triple kill. Wow. Clinks is wrecking the house here. Here comes a TP, actually. And he's just going to live. So, pretty easy escape there. Pretty good team fight. The Blink Dagger really did help out a lot. The Centaur definitely, after stunning 3, he should have double edged 3 as well. Look at that. Look at the AoE damage. I mean, he could have done like 650 magic damage to 3 heroes. That's big. That's big for Centaur. And then rely on his Blade Mail to reflect afterward. That would have been pretty good. Soviet Russia, Dota plays you. That's exactly right. So let's check out some more item builds. 3200 gold on Clinks. I wish he was spending his money. I don't know if he's going BKB or crit, but he could have some of those components right now. Enchantress run up the middle. Aghanim Scepter is finished. That's fine. Needs TP scrolls though. 5, 5, and 13 for her, so she's doing okay. Blink Yules on Puck with Phase. I like Phase. I like Blink. Bottle is good. Yules, I think Puck would be better off maybe having some HP at this point. I don't know what to buy. Maybe a Ultimate Orb or something. But you know, she's got the mana regen at least, and there's the Dual Breath and the Macropyre does some damage to these guys, but arguably a slight waster. Macropyre's a low cooldown, so it's not the end of the world. But Arcane Boots is up, and Kunkka really wants to get this kill. Can he get him? Is the question. He will have some vision now. It is daytime, and there's the X. Here comes the Torrent, and that's going to be a dead Centaur. Yep. I would have liked to see him Blade Mail that. That would have been kind of fun, but he wouldn't have killed anybody. He just would have done a couple 100 points of damage each. And in the meantime, the rest of the Radiant team's actually trying to steal Roshan. There's a Demon Edge on Clinks. It looks like he is going crit or something. The Bear's going to scout this out, and Lone Druid might actually fight this. Where's the Hyperstone? Where's that? Oh, it's in the Maelstrom. Nailed it. God, this should be on the Bear so much. Should definitely be on the Bear. Should not be on his primary hero. He's not going to be attacking all the time. So the Baron, nice ulti from Puck actually. Boat's going to whiff completely, but a great stun from Lesh. That's a BKB on Spirit Breaker. He's going to, okay, he hesitated and then he decided to go back in and fight.
He's
going to fight that one. That'll be Aegis for him. His team is going to completely leave him. Pretty sick stun. Run, Spirit Breaker. Run, Piggy. Alright, he's going to die.
I am driven.
So, let's go over the Dire Team's items. Phase Boots, Bloodstone, pretty good for Lesh. Could have gotten there a lot faster, I think, because he did have a really, really easy lane, and he could get a lot of farm in lane. Could have had Arcanes into Bloodstone quicker, I think. Huskar's item build is looking fine. He's going for a BKB. That is just fine. Kunkka is going for a crit. Still has Ironwood Branches. Would like to see maybe a bottle or a wand or something on him for mana regen, because he's not going to be able to afford to do Ghost Ships and Torrents a whole lot more here. We see a pause, which of course we will speed up through. And is this regular speed? Yes, it is. We are looking good. No. They're like pause? No, we don't pause. They're just saying WTF every time they pause. I don't know if there's an AFK or what, but it looks like the mid rack's going to go down. Damn, somebody is in here. Is this Centaur? This is Centaur, and I think he's casting a stun. Oh yeah, Puck one as well. Wow, Waning Rift looks really cool. Oh, he's gonna stun everybody. Deep, do it. Do the double edge. There's the double edge. He's actually reflecting a lot. Wow, he just killed Hero just standing in that liquid fire. Or the Macropyre, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. He's gonna try to hold things off. The melee barracks is already gone. Look at the attack speed. That could be on his bear. Here's the bear, the attack speed, man. There's the initiation again. Please double edges. Thank you. Jeez. Ojunk will die. Vanilla, you look in trouble. Vanilla will die. And of course, still no dust. Dust would be useful, but they don't have it. Now I'm going to do this sideways cast thing. See what else is going on here. That all looks fine. Puck, you look fine. And Clinks, nothing new for you. Kunkka has 0 mana because he didn't listen to me. Enchant is going to spot him, actually. Could use Enchant here. If she can, oh, he's a little bit far away. He's got Phase Boots as well, so I think he'll get out of here. Plus, the Shadow Blade is up. And I guess the Radiant team is going to turn this into a push now, because there are 4 dead heroes. They could try to take a Rax, and the tower's already gone, so go for it. I think this is smart. Kill the creep waves, though. Centaur needs to heal. That would be helpful. And no new items for Puck either.
Dire's
So Kunkka
middle
will slowly walk
barracks are under
all the way back.
attack.
He will not have a boat. He will not have a torrent.
Fortified.
Macrofire's going to kill the creep wave. That's going to help him out a bit. Leshrac, don't die. Don't die, Leshrac. And he will initiate with just a Shadow Blade. Does some okay damage. Is that Laney as well? No, turns out it's ulti. Might see Clinks die. Oh my god, he's going to stop moving. 100 HP. He's going to live. Okay. Nothing. Nothing. Pig. I mean, cow. Cow's going to go back to farming. 1500 gold. Once again, not a huge fan of the Daedalus. Enchantress taking some right clicks, and that's going to be an easy kill. So, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Daedalus pickup for Spirit Breaker. I think an AC would be a lot more effective, because lowering their armor, getting your attack speed up, that gives you more bashes, assuming that you're only attacking less than every 1.5 seconds. So I guess in a way, technically, a ton of attack speed isn't the best, but I don't know. I don't think the Daedalus is going to interact with his bash either way, so I don't think that's effective. Maybe something like an MKB would be better. None of them are really getting innovation. And once again, Sentinel's going to go in, double edges it. Get a haste. Just outran some fire. Pretty badass stuff. Alright, Jakiro's got a mech. He's going to get earned up. That was a mistake. He tried to earn somebody else, I'm sure. There's a 4-staff. Jakiro's got great items, actually. Really good items. And the mid-racks is going to go down. They shouldn't have been pushing mid, though. They should push a different way. And Huskar is ready to fight. He actually goes for a Sanj. Not going to be going for a BKB. Now he's taking a lot of range damage. He's going to go down. Did get his ulti off on the Centaur at least. They will take the racks. Next here's the boat. It's going to hit nothing, but it will give him all the buff at least. Not really useful when you're not fighting though. What's going on? Oh. Spirit Breaker. He actually gets entangled, but he still gets the kill. He's not done yet. He's really fast right now, actually. Once again, no dust, and instead he's going to find himself a Leshrac. Leshrac will get killed. Super easy kill. Macrofire there as well. Nice flash actually from Kunkka. Will he be able to get a triple kill? It's going to be close. Oh, the torrent! It's going to land. A little escaping going on, and yeah, Jakiro will get killed. Kunkka will die to an urn. He throws an attack to try to get the last hit, 78 HP, and Clinks, and they will get out. So, well, that's the end of that fight. Still kind of throwing themselves mid and not working out. What's the gold graph looking like? It's a Radiant team advantage. It's kind of been that way the whole game. The XP is also in their favor. I mean, the Radiant team just kind of, or the Dire team just kind of needs to push a different lane. They took mid. Congratulations, but can they do? Go somewhere else. I mean, once the melee barracks is down, guys, you don't really want to push there again. The range barracks is very, very little. Once you get the melee barracks, pretty much all the work is done. I mean, yes, the ranged creep could do double damage, and that would be fantastic and all, but you really just want the HP of your creeps to go up, and they go up from, you know, well, sorry, they have a Rex as well, so we'll check a different lane here. You go from 590 HP to, what, 700 and some. This is based on time, by the way. The creeps do gain HP as the game continues. Keep that in mind. That's why your nukes don't always kill range creeps late game. But once you increase the HP of your creeps, and if you have that HP advantage, your wave will push naturally. So it's nice to have. And has he got any new items? No new items on him. 3,000 gold. Not really sure what he could snag. Maybe something like a Shiva's Guard would be kind of fun, because the Dire team has all physical damage, basically. It's not going to stop Kunkka Splash. But it will stop a lot of Huskar's output, Lone Druid's output, and Leshrac and Jakiro will see through that. But I think a Shiva's Guard would be pretty cool to pick up. I would like to see that. MKB is the choice for Clinks. Doesn't want to go for crit. He is going to guaranteed hit through any evasion, which is fine. Crit is arguably better, I think, on Clinks. Daedalus is actually getting nerfed now, because I think it was probably a little too good. Crits are so good. Just a lot of damage output. It's unpredictability as well, which is generally a good thing when you're looking at how much damage you're doing to somebody else. So Puck is going to be a super pro and blink into a tree, and now he'll die. Nice play, Puck. He's going Aghanim Scepter, which I'm not a huge fan of. Aghanim Scepter is okay on Puck. It increases the tether duration. What is it? 2 extra seconds on the coil duration. And I think it does extra damage as well. Yeah, the break damage goes up by 100. But I think that you're better off getting something like a Sheep Stick. It gives you HP, which is cool, but so does the Sheep Stick. Not as much, obviously, but I think a Sheep is a much better choice, usually. This Bear guy still needs to put his items on his Bear, which he's not doing. He's got 2,000 gold in the bank. I don't know what he's making with this Belt of Giant Strength. I mean, probably a Basher, I'm guessing. He's not really relying on his Bear like he should. The Bear is really the unit that you want to put all your items on. See a lot of blood over. I don't know what that's about. He's actually going for a Reaver, so I guess it's going to be a heart on Centaur. This works as well. I mean, he's going to have more HP to reflect with Blade Mail this way, which is a good thing. Shiva's Guard would actually make his Blade Mail less effective. He could use it against the magic stuff. Super Breaker's a super pro, so he's going to charge in on 5. And here he goes. Oh, he's like, oh, maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe I shouldn't jump on 5 enemy heroes by myself. Okay, I'll go back to base now. His Daedalus is not finished. He's 1,000 gold from away from that. He can't charge for 20 seconds because he just wasted it. And he doesn't even have his ulti for 40 seconds either, so Dire Team pushes in. Clinks runs all the way up to snag our creep. He's going to need a stun. Can they win the fight, though? I don't know. Force Staff on Enchant's actually a pretty good choice. Creep Wave gets cleared. Ojunk doing some right click. Centaur goes in as well. Ah, man, look at that. Double hit hits everybody, and a stun follow-up is going to allow them to reflect this. Tether break, Blade Mail reflect. He wants Ojunk. Ojunk. He's actually tanking this. What's going on? He's going to tank this. He might be able to kill Enchantress. It's going to be close. He does get her. Ojunk stays alive just barely. Didn't use Battle Cry. Doesn't need it. Had the smart choice running close to the Enchant. And he probably feels like a super pro. 1 HP. 1 HP. The boat was helping him out. That's what was doing it. The boat kept him alive, I think. Kunkka picked up a Crystallis, but I think he's going into Battle Fury next. I think the bot Rax is going to get killed, so that looks pretty good for them. Klink's going BKB next, which I think is going to be valuable. Once again, Jakiro has perfect items. I see nothing wrong with this, other than the fact that there's no wards on the map. That is definitely a mistake. And Aghanim Scepter transferred all the way to Lesh. I wish he would have had maybe some of the basic items. He has a Gauntlet in his inventory, for God's sake. Sell the Gauntlet. Get a point booster. Or sell the Gauntlet, get an Ogre Club, have an extra 7 strength. His HP is much higher. His AoE, his ulti output damage is going to be a lot better. And we'll see how this one turns out. They're actually going to pressure the tier 4. They can't actually do the top racks because the tier 2 is still up, so they can do this instead. See if Klink's going to do anything about this. He might be able to kill Jakiro, perhaps, if he silences and right-clicks. He doesn't have Ghost Scepter, so it's definitely possible. Maybe he'll go for Leshrac instead. He actually goes for Leshrac instead. He's doing some really good damage, actually. He might... Oh, wow. 92 HP. He'll get it. There it is. Nice play. More fighting. Detection. Whoa. Vivid Gem. They don't. How'd they kill him? I have no idea. Must have been, like, right on the edge. I think detection is literally like about here. I don't think it's... was it an urn? Man, I really don't. I'm surprised he didn't die there. Any new items? Buy your Basher. Buy something. God, I know you have the money. Alright, bought another Hyperstone. He put it on his bear. So, finally putting some good attack speed on his bear. Look at that attack speed. That's great. That's some great attack speed. And Huskar kind of, I think him going for a Sange instead is a big mistake. Heaven's Halberd is a pretty good item for a strength hero. It does 45 damage, which is cool. It does the maim, which is kind of cool, but he doesn't really need it to chase people. And generally, a Heaven's Halberd is, I don't think should be gotten on a DPS hero like a Huskar. He's going to battle roar actually, or he tried to at least, but he's going to die regardless. So now they're just kind of picking off all the heroes. Their base is about to be pushed into, but do they care? We're getting some buybacks from the Dire team. And there's the Halberd finish. He does have the evasion against all the DPS heroes. Downside is that Klink's already has an MKB, so that essentially does nothing. He basically just wasted, 1,800 gold to finish that. Now he can use the Heaven's Halberd on these heroes like Klink's and Spiritbreaker, assuming Spiritbreaker doesn't pop BKB first. They're gonna call it a good game, I guess. Are they just gonna let this die? There's a TP back from Puck, sorry. It's like, okay, I won't let you take this for free. Sick Waning Rift. Yeah, Pucks are really bad counter pusher against large creeps like this. Are they going to win a fight is the question. Centaur goes in. Uses his ulti as well. Pretty good stun damage. Hasn't used Blade Mail yet. Oh, I'm sorry. He already did. Excuse me. He really wants to kill Huskar, and Huskar does not give a shit. He's just going to win. So they actually came back from that. Okay. And more Radiant defending him. Has spend this up while people respawn and things go slow. Any new items? No Aghanim Scepter finish yet for Puck. He's pretty close, though. About 800 gold away. Spiritbreaker has his BKB, he's got his Daedalus. Let's see what he's critting for. Only 600. That's pretty low. His bashes do not add the crit damage, so he's not getting that extra 160 damage to crit on, which is a big difference. So that would be, if he crit on that 160, we're talking about, like, I don't know, an extra, what is this, 240%, so that's like double plus 40%. That's like an extra 300 damage. You could be critting for like 800. But I guess it would be unfair if you could crit and crit. I'm sorry, we're too slow. There we go. Aghanim Scepter, Mytho Hammer's picked up. I wish this was Ogre Club. First, he doesn't need the damage output from the Mytho Hammer. If he wants a BKB, you go Club first, almost always on Intiros. Almost always. And it will be a Battle Fury for Kunkka. I don't know why he's running this way. They just need to get the tier 2 tower. They're actually backdooring this. Creep Wave is on the way. I mean, Ojunk, it's going AC Bear, I guess, after... He's just had this belt the entire game, which is weird. Very weird. But the tier 2 tower will get killed, I think. Yeah, they're just going to right-click it, I guess, and it will die.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Can the Radiant team hold on? I do not know. I do not know if they can. A little bit of Torrent action going on. Skill shot Torrent. Skill shot Ice Path. Jakiro's like, dude, I'm going to be just like you, brother Kunkka. I'm going to be just like you. 2,700 gold. Look at that splash. That was crazy. Crazy good splash. I don't know if that was a crit. Might have been. I think that was a crit, actually. Wow, he took a lot of damage. Wizard doesn't give a shit. Here comes the boat, here comes the Torrent. That's actually going to land right on Spiritbreaker, and he's going to get killed really fast through the Mask of Madness. Huskar is doing his best. He does stop the attack from somebody. I think that was Poisonheart, actually. Yeah, it was. And we're going to see, yeah, Huskar does go down. No Breath lands on 2. Can the Radiant team hold it? Great stun from Centaur. Will this reflect things? He needs a double edge or something. No, Leshrac just going to die. And the heal comes as Ojunk finishes them off. 3 dead heroes. Run away, Clinks. His attack speed's so mediocre. And I think that's going to be it. It looks pretty much, yeah, that's going to be it. So Dire wins despite being behind on kills the whole game. They are behind on kills, and they still won that. They were able to teamfight and push better than the Radiant team. Radiant team probably should have had that. They had much better items on all of their core heroes, so I'm a little surprised it went like this, but I think the core heroes didn't get their items up quite fast enough. Clinks' MKB was really delayed, I think, and he could have gotten there a lot faster. The Rawhide, I don't have this one. So yeah, Dire team takes the win, and I think that's probably all my thoughts on the game. Lone Druid, I mean, almost all these players could have played much better, and by almost, I mean every single one of them. Kunkka died a lot. Puck seemed to do relatively okay, but it was a decent playstyle, but not super effective. So that's Purgecast the Pub. I hope you guys learned a lot about skill builds and some of these heroes and why you want to do the things that you do. I'm going to start streaming now, I think, so I hope to see you there. I'm going to upload this right before I start streaming, so if you guys are watching this now, go check my live stream. It's twitch.tv/ggNetPurge, or of course, if you go to my website, purgegamers.com/stream. See you guys later, bye.